Köszöntök mindenkit. Welcome everyone. És meg szeretném kérni Fabian Faltin írót, hogy mondja el köszöntőjét a Goldenstein és Sándor által rendezett kiállításukat. Angolul fog beszélni, hogyha ez valakinek problémát okoz, akkor ez legyen olyan kedves, szóljon, mert odaállunk mellé, és majd fordítunk olykor. So, please.
Well, good evening or good afternoon, everyone. I'll be speaking in English. I hope that's all right. I'm very honored to be here in this fantastic exhibition. I would also like to welcome from my side the artists, Meno Aden, Jessica Woolman, where is she? Right here. Okay. Sorry, they look behind me. And Steffi Stange, and the curator Goldenstein. It's really a great exhibition which everyone has put together here. I should actually also welcome, because I'm a science fiction writer actually, so I should also in a way welcome the universe, which is with us here, in all of us. And I should, if I could, I would also of course like to welcome the extraterrestrials which are watching us, which are perhaps here. I also brought actually as a present from Vienna for the curator. I brought, it's a jar with earth and there's a small worm inside.
All right.
So he's digging a black hole into, into here.
All right. Thank you very much.
And it's also...
it has to be very close now, but it's very dangerous.
Close to you, it's maybe an alien. But if you don't know, I don't know how much science fiction you read, but this year it's the 50th anniversary of SETI, so the search for extraterrestrial life, which was begun 50 years ago. And so many people are now thinking, why have you not found extraterrestrial life? Why are there no friends in the universe? And why don't we have friends? Why are we alone on the earth here? And actually there's lots of books which are coming out now, this and one book by it's called Paul Davies. It's called Eerie Silence, and he says the problem why we have not found friends in the universe is because we are looking for extraterrestrials which look too much like us. We are looking for radio waves, we are looking for signs of language, but he says to find extraterrestrials, perhaps we should be more creative. So we should look for neutrinos, we should look for light pulses, we should look for worms, we should look for traces of machinery on the moon. We don't really know what to look for. So we actually, the thing is, we are in a way projecting ourselves into the universe. We're thinking extraterrestrials are looking like us, but that's a mistake. So to do good science, we actually have to open up the imagination. And I think this is what this exhibition is about, and what Uwe also writes in his text very well, and I can't really say it's better. That in a way, to understand the universe, we can't only rely on science. We really also have to open up our imagination, and so we have to take a view where science itself becomes like fiction, where science in a way is also a story which we need to fill the universe with meaning. However, today the universe, it's this one word, universe, no, a single one big universe. Today we understand that we're thinking of that the universe is actually only one possibility. And I can show you here, I was just reading this on the train. So today the new keyword is actually the multiverse. And you can see it looks a bit actually like these paintings here. I thought it's also quite a good multiverse. So again, it looks like we are blending science and we are blending the imagination. So that reminded me of the works of Jessica Woolman. This whole thing of sort of blending reality and blending science, I think it's not only an experiment of the thought, it can also have real practical consequences. If you think, for example, in the 1960s, when the first images of the Earth were taken, of planet Earth were taken from above, for the first time we actually saw that it's a blue planet, and we were able to tell the new story of the planet. We were able to tell the story of unity, and a story, of course, which the communist systems and the capitalist systems tried to appropriate. And it reminded me also this, of the views which Meno Aden has taken. It's very similar to the sensation which we had of the first pictures of the Earth being seen from above. Menno Arden does a similar thing, and on one hand it's a very scientific view, it's a view from above, but at the same time such a view can also encourage us to tell new stories and to find new ways of thinking about our everyday situations. Yeah, this is another map, Budapest, it's also a black hole, perhaps. Yeah, finally I also found this magazine. It's the magazine of CERN, so Centre Européen de Recherche Nucléaire. It's considered to be the world's perhaps most advanced laboratory. And when I saw this machine, it reminded me of Steffi Stangel's works also, because you don't really know what it's doing. And it also has, like, you know, light coming here. And so it's also something which is very imaginative and which is really, which is at the same time really cutting-edge science. Also, this machine, we can see that as art, but at the same time we can actually really use it to measure time. We can use it as a clock. I mean, our clocks, they are clocks which work on a 24-hour schedule, but astronomers, for example, they will always be thinking in millions of years, so they need different clocks. So to understand the universe, we really also need to invent new measuring devices, and I think this is also what makes Steffi Stangel's works particularly interesting in this context. Yeah, also actually this very strange magazine. I also found another copy. This is 1981. And they have Miss America dressed as an alien also, so it's another attempt to imagine how could our friends look in the universe. A bit like Miss America, but with some atoms on top of it. There's also more magazines if you want to read about science. So, in a way to summarize then, what for me this exhibition is about, and the impression I get from this exhibition, is that we can all be scientists. I mean, I think all people here, all people I know, we are always trying to find out things. We all have a curiosity, and we are always inventing new ways of figuring out, of making sense of the universe. And we need to do this because we can't bear to not have a story, we can't bear not to know. But at the same time, we must also always remember, and these works remind us very well, that trying to know, trying to figure things out also leads us into an interior, into a fictional dimension. And finally, so whether we are scientists or whether we are artists, I think it's also important to understand that there's a collective dimension to this. So if we can use this exhibition, if we can use this opening tonight to in a way also share a collective sense of curiosity, to share a sense of us as human beings who are trying to find out things about the universe. We may still not understand what the universe is about, we may still not penetrate the meaning of the universe, but we might find a friend here. So, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your speech, and I would very much like to thank Steffi, Jessica, and Menno for coming and creating all these works. And please do have a glass of wine and take a very close look at the works. Thanks for coming.
Nagyon szórakoztató volt a szöveg, nagyon szórakoztató.